Hi, I am Sujata Admute from Arihan College of Education. Today, we will study the normal probability curve, which is useful in the education to give the abilities of the students or to represent or to understand the abilities of the students. Under the normal probability curve, we will study today what is meant by the probability, what is the probability curve, its property and uses. We will see first the what is meant by the normal distribution. Mostly when we will observe the class, all if we not divided the class depending on the previous achievement or the ability of the students. Normally the students are distributed normally. Means what? Normally means what? Most of the students are in the average level and some students are from the left side, that is weak, and some students are from the right side, that is intelligent, or they have the high ability. This is the normal distribution, and this normal distribution it depends on the probability. What is meant by the probability? See, for example, the person will die at the end, means it is fixed. Whenever there is a birth, there is a die also, right? The certain fact probability is 1 always. We will see the second example where the fire will not spread due to water. It never happens, it never happens. So the probability of improbable fact is 0, right? So if we toss a coin, there are two sides of coin, tail and head, and if we toss the coin, either tail will come or head will come. We know that. So the probability of half possibility is always 0.5. So these are the numericals, and these numericals are fractions indicating the possibility of occurring a fact is called as a probability. So these fractions are called as a probability. And this probability depends on binomial binomial theorem from the maths, right? Then what is the binomial theorem? A plus b bracket square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. See here 2ab is the more than the a square, which means more means what? That means twice a into b here. That means if twice probability, if a is head of the coin and b is the tail of coin, then either it will come, if two coins are there, if either it will come two head or two tail, or one head and one tail twice, right? One head of one coin first coin and one tail of second coin, or one head of second coin and one tail of second coin. This is the binomial theorem. Or if we take three coins, then it will come a cube 3a square b 3ab square plus b. That means more part is in between this, right? So this is the binomial theorem, and the normal probability curve depends on the binomial theorem. That means if we see the abilities of the students, more ability students are concentrated in the middle, right? We will see that. So here, what is the definition of the NPC? We can see the normal probability curve. The students are crowded more at the middle. Just as I said you that when a plus b square bracket square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, so more are at the crowded in the middle. And the term students has reduced sequentially on both sides of the curve, then the curve is called as a normal probability curve. That means more students are crowded in the middle of the curve. At the middle of the curve means have the students having average ability are more the middle, and weak students and the high ability students are reduced sequentially on both sides. We will see in the properties how it will be, right? These curves depends on the probability and binomial theorem, and it is searched by the German mathematical Gaussian, and so NPC is also called as a Gaussian curve. and we will see the normal probability curves property, which are the properties. See, this is the curve, that means normal probability curve. We will see one by one here how the curve is there. Before that, we will go on the x-axis. On x-axis there is a 0 point here, and SDs are there, standard deviations are there. We put the standard deviation, +1 standard deviation, +2 standard deviation, +3 standard deviation, and -1 minus. How to calculate the standard deviation? We know that, right? And on the y-axis, the frequencies are there. And what are these numerical? We will see one by one, right? See, here there is a apex point, or the maximum frequency is there. Highest point of the curve is there, and so this point is called as a apex point. Then at the apex point, M, MD and MO are equal. That means measures of central tendencies, mean, median and mode are equal. See here, you can look here also, 0 is there. 0 SD. SD means what? The distance from the central measure length, right? So if the measures of central tendency are equal, always 0 is SD 0. And so here M, MD and MO, the values of all the measures of central tendency are equal. Then see here, the curve is changing its direction here, right? That means from here to here, the changing direction. Also on this side also, the curve is changing its direction, and this point is called as a point of inflection, where the curve changes its direction. See, again here 0 is there, so this point is called as a 0 or reference point, because D is 0 and M, MD and M are. So we will see the properties one by one again in more detail. Same curve is there. So NPC is bell shaped. That means in a temple, how the bell is there, like that NPC's shape is bell shaped, right? This is the bell shape. Then NPC approaches the horizontal axis and extend from plus infinity to minus infinity. Means if we observe the NPC here, it never ends at the end. That means it never touch to the x-axis on the left side also, on the right side also. If we extend like this, it will goes to infinity. If we extend this curve on the right side, it will goes to infinity, and it never touch to the x-axis. And this is the property. Why it is? Because see, if we see the students' ability, on the left side the weaker students are there, and means low ability of the students, and on the right side high ability of the students are there. We can't see that any student doesn't have any ability. They have, but they can't represent their ability. They can't express their ability, whatever may be the test we had conducted. And so we can't say that 0 ability of the students. So it will extend to x-axis. It never touch to the x-axis. So it is infinity. And on the right side, high ability of the students, we can't say that any one student, single students have all abilities he or she has, because they are learning anything. And if we can't say that any man or any person knows everything from the world and about every knowledge or whatever the content of the subject. Maybe they are here because whatever asked in the question, they know that, and so they represent it there, they express there, and so they are on that side, they have the ability high. But we can't say that it will touch here and they have mastery, perfect 100% mastery in that subject or in that achievement. So here on the left side and right side, it extends from minus plus to minus infinity, minus infinity and minus plus infinity here. MPC is a bilateral symmetrical. Means what? Suppose this is the center of the curve. If we fold or if we divide the curve into two parts by the center of the point or this line and we fold each other, it will be the same. It completely matches on the left side. That means size, shape and slope of the curve on one side of the curve is identical to the other side of the curve. Means the size of this curve, the areas of this curve, the area of this part and this part is always equal. Also the shape also you can see that it's same. That means at -1 SD it changes the direction, at +1 SD it changes the direction, at -2 SD it changes the direction, +2 and the slope is also the same. So it is a symmetric. Then the next property of NPC is at the apex point. We saw in the previous slide that at the apex point the measures of central tendency are always equal. That means the value of MD and MO at the middle point is always equal, and so this point is called as a 0 point or reference point. As already I told you that why it is 0 SD, because if MD and MO are equal, then there is no distance of the squares from the measures of central tendency, and what is the SD is 0 here. Then the next is the point of inflection. The point of inflection of NPC occurs at plus or minus 1 sigma or SD above and below the mean. That means here it changes the direction at +1 SD and at -1 SD. So here the changes, where the changes of the direction of the graph is changed, then this point is called as a point of inflection. And at this point the curve changes from convex to concave. See here the convex is there and here changes the concave. Convex, convex. So these points are called as a point of inflection. The next point is apex point, where the height of the NPC is highest, the maximum. That point is called as a apex point. Apex means high level, at high height. The next property of NPC is areas. See, it is very interested. NPC is divided into 6 standard deviation. From the center, it is divided into 3 positive standard deviation units and 3 minus standard. That means it is the center here 3 minus 3 plus. Then the area of these each part is standard. How it is? Distance and the area we will see that. See here 0 to plus or minus 1 SD is there, then 34.13% of the area is there. What is meant by that? Suppose this is the area from 0 to plus 1 SD and 0 to minus 1 SD, and the area is 34.13%, and here also the same. That means the area of this part and is the same as the area of this part also, right? So here if suppose 100 students are in the class, then out of 100 students 34 students are in the class here in the area, in this area, and 34 students are in this area. That means from the mean median mode to plus 1 SD, 34 students out of 100 students are here, and here on the, that means above M and below M 34 students are there, above 30 students are. Then the next is plus minus 1 sigma to plus minus 2 sigma. That means from here to here and here to here, the area is this, the area is this, and the students are 13.59. Here the students are 13.59. That means suppose 100 students are there, out of 100 students nearly 13-14 students are in between these. That means from above the M, from plus 1 SD to plus 2 SD, and below the M from minus M 1 SD to minus 2 SD, there are 13 to 14 students from the 100 students are there in the normal as per normal probability curve. Then see here plus minus 2 sigma 2 plus minus 3 sigma, and the number of students are 2.14 or 2.15 percentage. That means if we see from minus 2 SD to minus 3 SD below M, here this is the area, and the students, number of the students are either 2 or 2.14 or 2.15 means 2 out of 100 students. Here also from plus 2 SD to plus 3 SD, the area is like this and the number of students are 2 here. That means from 100 students, 2 students will be here, right? Then the next is plus or minus 3 sigma to plus or minus infinity. That means from this area to infinity if we go, then the percentage of students are either 0.14 or 0.15. That means the area of these like this. That means out of 100, the number of students are here. Same from plus 3 SD to plus infinity, the area is 0.130 or 14 or 15, whatever may be. And the out of 100 students, number of students is like this. These are the property. That means these area are fixed in the normal probability curve. Again, I will repeat, from 0 to plus 1 SD and minus 1 SD, 34.13, 34.13. If we add this, then 68.26 students. That means maximum students are here in the middle. So the name of the curve is normal probability curve. That means normal students are more in the center. It is concentrated at the center, and again it will distributed like this. Then we will see the uses of the NPC. To determine the percentage of cases in a normal distribution within given limit of the scores. That means suppose the scores has given, that means if we have require the number of how many students fail in the area in the area of that particular, that means from the score 40 to 50 we can find out the percentage of the cases from the normal probability, and for that we have the formula, we have to calculate that, and from that we have to find out how many students, that means how many percentage of the students has included within that limit of the particular scores. That means suppose if we require the students in the first class, that means how many students are in the first class. From the graph and from the chart and from the formula, easily we can calculate the students, number of the students or percentage of the students. To determine the limits of the scores for the given number of students, we can use the NPC. What is meant by that? Suppose there is some percentage of the students as given, and from that we can find out from the normal probability curve, there is a standard chart, and also the formula is there. By using the chart and formula we can find out the score limit of the particular student. That means suppose 80% students of the class is where, that means on below the which score the students are there, we can find out the scores of that 80% students, right? Then compare two groups, we can use the NPC. That means suppose we have the data, we have the represented in the normal probability curve, we can find out the comparison between the rural and urban. That means what is meant by the, suppose in the distinction in the rural area for the science subject for the 10th standard, how many students are in the rural area, how many students are in the urban area, the percentage of the students we can find out. Or if suppose 80% students of the rural area or 80% students of the urban area, where they have the scores, that means which scores they have, we can find out. Or we can compare the boys girls also, like that poor, rich and small base, we can compare two groups of any two groups of that. To find out the difficult level of questions in which question paper, here from the number of students who has given the correct answer to that question, we will find out the difficult level. There is a formula and there is a chart of the normal probability curve. From that chart and from that formula, easily we can find out the difficult level of question. Sometimes we say that mostly in board examination or in the university examination, the students are saying that the question paper was very difficult. So in that case, we can find out which difficult level of the questions has included from the responses of the students to that particular question. Then, with the help of normal curve, a group of individuals may be conveniently grouped into certain category A, B, C. That means very good, good, average, poor, and very poor in the terms of some traits. That means in the if we put the normal if we put the curve of the students of the scores, and from the normal probability curve we can easily bifurcate them or divide them, class them in the various groups. According to that, we can decide the teaching strategies for that group for the remedial teaching. Okay. Then the last use of the NPC is to find out standard scores like Z and 2 for the further statistical result of our class, of our school, of our subject. We require some standardized scores like Z and T, and for that Z and T calculation, we require NPC. With the help of NPC, we can calculate the Z and T. Thank you very much.